is the seated spinal flexion and extension, or a seated cat-cow, cat-camel. This is a great modification for someone who can't tolerate being on hands and knees, whether it be a knee, hand, or wrist, or even a shoulder issue. This is something that I try to do daily to move the spine through the full range of flexion and extension. However, should always remain pain-free and should always be very slow and controlled. We're always moving with intent during this exercise. So setup position could be on any comfortable seated position. Could be chair, couch, ottoman, edge of your bed. Any of those will work great. And I want to be looking straight forward here, have my hands resting on my thighs or my knees. I'm going to start here into extension of the spine. At my low back specifically, I'm going to think about trying to tilt my pelvis forward, and that's going to help me extend my back more. You should feel the muscles engage along the low back there as I do that. And then as I work up to my mid back, I'm thinking about trying to pry my chest upwards towards the sky so that I feel muscles engage in between the mid back here. I am not trying to squeeze my shoulder blades together. You want to keep those arms relaxed here. And then with the head and neck, I'll just slowly bring that up to look up towards the sky. Once I get as far as I can here, I'm going to think about each area to see if I can squeak out just a little bit more range of motion. So my low back, my mid back, and then the head and neck. Once you truly got as far as you can there, you can transition to flexion. So I'm going to do the opposite now. I'm going to bring my chin toward my chest. I'm going to try to cave my chest in to push my spine towards the chair or whatever's behind you. And then trying to tuck the pelvis underneath you so that the low back rounds out. Once I get to this maximal flexion position, I'll do the same thing. I'll think about each area, try to get more motion out of it. And then once I do, I'll slowly transition to the opposite. Extension of the low back, mid back, the head and neck. And then again, I'll scan through each area, see if I can squeak out a little bit more pain-free motion. Pause, slowly flex. Get to that end range, think about each area before transitioning back. Again, just a reminder, should be pain-free. There is pain. You can decrease the direction, how far you're moving in that direction of pain so that you're still moving the spine within that pain-free zone. Good starting point would be doing sets of 5 to 10 spread out throughout the day, especially if you work at a desk. You want to try to do these often throughout the day to get moving in different ranges of motion versus just being stuck looking straight forward.